Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Agio, and in this show, we are here to answer your questions with my simple three-step method. So each episode, there's a caller, and I help them to overcome a certain fear or frustration. And at the end of the episode, I'd like you to at least register on this channel, USA TV Global, and or Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck's channel on YouTube. She's the producer of this show. And I also want to invite you to join my group coaching. That's a private group coaching every Thursday, live streaming from Athens, Greece. So today I have a very special guest, and as every episode, I'm going to help her to overcome a fear or frustration. So let's see our guest today. I believe her name is Madalene Chan. Hello, Madalene, and welcome.
Hi, Dr. Agio.
Where are you calling
Very
in from?
well, thank you. From the UK, near London.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wonderful. So,
wish I was in Greece, though.
Oh, here it's nice and sunny, as you can see. Always we have a beautiful weather here, swimming all year round. But I'm glad that the show is viewable for all over the world. We have viewers. So tell me, Madalene, a few words about yourself before we dive into your most pressing and frustrating issue. A few things about what you're passionate about.
Okay, well, thank you for allowing me to have this space. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I've always worked in the creative arts. I was in the music industry. I love to write poetry. I love to write songs. I've written about 138 up to date, as well as they're the songs that are acceptable. The others were trial and error and lots of other songs. I sing, I love to perform. I also like to help people to connect to their singing voice, their authentic voice, so they can find out what they want to accomplish on their mission in this life. So I do that. I've written a book, if I may say that, it's Star Child, a children's book on, and that's about overcoming all sorts of fear on the earth, and then getting the divine help from divine intervention from the cosmic beings. And it's all about vibration and color and frequency. And
wow, I got to get my hands on one of those copies. So although you're, and you know what, all spiritual teachers, coaches, they also sometimes need some assistance, a different perspective, a different technique. My technique is a 3-step method based on Greek philosophy, the 3 golden principles of Greek philosophy: ethos, pathos, and logos. And that's all described in my book, From Fear to Freedom, available on Amazon. I'm not going to go so much into the theory. I'm just going to show through our interaction and this intervention here how these principles are put to work. So I'm just going to ask you 3 very important questions, 3 big questions and a lot of little ones. But let's dive right into your topic. So what is frustrating you? What is the most frustrating thing right now in your life? Where do you feel stuck? What's the obstacle?
I would say that financially, that's one. In the way that I'm always doing things free for everyone. I'm always, so I would say that. And of course, attracting a partner. I find that very, very difficult to attract because I don't know, maybe I have high standards. I don't know, in the way that I've come from quite a few relationships of a narcissistic nature that they were with me, but we'll go on from there. Yeah.
So those are 2 very important but different topics. Although sexual energy is linked to finance, believe it or not, the currency, the money flow currency is actually very linked to our sexual energy on a higher level, on an archetypal level. But here on Earth, we gotta choose one of those topics, and maybe I will link them in the end and see how one can help the other. But which is the most pressing? Which kind of keeps you up at night?
I would say let's work with relationships, attracting
Okay.
a soulmate or partner. Yeah.
Okay. A good, a high value or equal in your value, let's just say. You're looking for that. So, in 1 or 2 sentences, what is the actual fear you have? What's the fear? Like from what I was hearing you earlier saying, had something to do with I'm afraid I might not be able to attract the right partner for me. Is this something similar to that, the fear?
Yes. Yeah. I would say that because I've been through narcissistic relationships. Although I did put out to the universe, I designed a man, but I didn't realize that everything has a flip side of it. So I designed a man as in my visions, but I didn't realize I wanted somebody. Yeah. So what I meant is that, yeah, I feel that before I could attract many men, and I'm not being thinking, but that's because I was in the old conditioning. Now that I've been awoken since 2012 and gone through this narcissistic relationship, there's certain things that I will put up with and that certain things that I can't anymore. My old self is no longer who I am. And that is the difficult part, Dr. Agio. How do I bring the new self with to ground it so that I can relate to someone
Okay, so
out
what's
there?
the narrative going through your mind? Perhaps something like from what I'm hearing from you, and then correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying, so now that I am more evolved, now that I am more spiritually developed, it's more and more difficult, maybe even I'm afraid that I won't find a partner at this new level that I'm at. Would that be correct? I want to hear the actual
Right.
narrative that's going through your mind.
Okay.
The fear,
So the way
the voice of the fear.
my frequency and the way that I'm not saying I want someone exactly like me, because that's just not going to happen, and just not right, but at least where they're not selfish, they're kind, and they know what they want, and there's no competition, because a lot of my relationships has been where they've been competing with me.
Mm. So let's try to find
Or
that inner narrative. I'm looking for the inner story of the fear. I'm afraid that dot, 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 like one or two sentences. I'm really afraid that what?
I'm really afraid that because I'm in a high vibration,
Mhm.
that it will put fear to I won't be able to attract anyone out there.
That's it. Because of my evolving vibration, I'm afraid that I won't be able to attract a good match for myself, a good partner.
Yes,
Correct?
yes,
So
yes.
simple. I'm
Exactly.
afraid that as
100%
I'm
correct.
evolving, all right, I'm just trying to get that story. It's your story. Everything is story, and we're
Yeah.
just trying to catch your story. I'm afraid that as I evolve spiritually, I'm not going to be able to attract the right partner for me. There's not enough of them. Maybe I'm going to be putting them off with my new vibration, whatever it is. So if that happens, what are the bad consequences you imagine? Like
If that happens
outwardly,
where I
what is
don't,
your life going to look like without the partner?
if I'm
What
actually a
are the
very
bad?
happy,
I'm not saying the good. Okay, what are the bad consequences that you fear you will be living over the next couple of years and in the future if you don't attract the right partner? The
my
bad
fear
consequences.
is it will, yeah, I will be alone in the way it's nice to share with someone. Yeah,
That's it. I will
yeah.
be alone. I will feel lonely. I will have no one to share with. That's the
Oh no,
fear.
but at the
Any
same
other?
time, Doctor, at the same
Wait, no, let's
time,
not let's not go to the same time. I want to just talk about the fear right now, not any other enlightened
okay, okay,
inspiration.
all right,
Let's look at the fear.
all
Let's
right. Then
and we know all the spiritual stuff, but sometimes we just have to look at our own
yeah.
fear. What is the fear right now? Let's look at it as a human being, like a human being within Madeline. It's not all of you, but it's a part of you that's afraid. Okay? That's all we're looking
A
at. We're
part of
looking,
me,
giving
yeah.
space. We're
Okay,
giving space to that
yeah,
Madeline. Okay?
yeah.
If that happens, what are the worst consequences? Like you're going to be 50, 60, 70 years old and you'll have no partner. And what's the worst consequences you can imagine then?
I haven't really thought about that. Worst consequence. Well, there's
What does it
so
look like?
many
You look like
parts
an
to this.
old, look, I'll give you a simple narrative. I'm going to be old, alone, and lonely. That's the fear. Let's be
Oh,
simple. Why,
okay.
hmm? Does that sound like that? That's the
Yeah, but
fear.
at the same time, I know it's the fear, but I've got a lot of things in my life that make up for that. It's almost like
Wait, wait,
it would
wait,
be
wait, wait.
lovely to have that.
Madeline, we're not yet at the turnaround. We're not yet at the breakthrough. Let's just dig a little deeper
Okay.
here with the fear. We get
All
it.
right.
Even the
Okay.
most enlightened people, they sometimes have a fear. It's okay. We're human too. Okay. So
Okay.
now,
Okay.
on a deeper level, if you're alone and lonely and can't find a mate and you don't have someone to go out with and have sensuality with and share pleasure with and share that intimacy that you get with a partner, what would that imply about your value, like yourself? What would that say about Madeline? Like other women have
That I'm
a partner. Why not
that I
you?
Yeah. Yeah. that I'm cut off from my sensuality, my passion with the partner.
Right. And what would that
That I
imply about your value, about you? That maybe that I'm not lovable, I'm not attractive, and therefore I'm not desirable, I'm not wantable, I'm not someone to love me. So maybe I'm not.
Oh, no, I don't think that. I don't think
Mhm,
that, Dr.
mhm.
Attia, at all. Not at
Okay.
all. Absolutely
Okay.
not. No, no, no.
So
My
what
fear is
would it
because,
imply? What would imply then that maybe you weren't that good at flirting, perhaps? That you weren't good at the dating game?
I I mean, I used to work in clubs, and
Right.
so therefore, yeah, when I was younger, and
Yeah.
I was constantly watching. If you had to make yourself beautiful, then you get picked by these gentlemen from all over the world.
Yeah.
My voice saved me because I was able to sing, which was wonderful. But
Uh-huh.
at the same time, I saw this fakeness that I thought about all, being being on the outside. So for me, it would be nice because the inside of someone, of the heart and their character and their passion is as more important than what a picture looks like, what the cover of the magazine is. So therefore, yeah, I was around a lot of that. I really was. And but now I feel that a lot of my partners had a problem with my spirituality. They had
Okay,
a problem with
that's
it.
Madalene. I want to guide you through a process. So I would like you only to answer, and that's to get to the conclusion quicker. To get it
Okay.
to the point
Okay.
where I'm guiding you through a process. So, what is the fear story we've gotten? I'm alone. I'm lonely. I can't attract a partner. This says something about me that I'm undesirable. I'm undesirable to men. I'm no longer attractive to them. I'm incompetent. I can't find. I'm looking for the insecurity. Okay.
Oh, but
I I
I
can't.
don't think that that's the thing.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't.
Not you, Madeline. Look, there's
Oh,
various parts of you. Okay,
okay.
there's
Got it.
parts.
Got it.
We're
Multidimensional.
talking to the insecure part. That's who we
Oh,
want to help right now. We
okay.
we do. You're a goddess. We know that. We get that. That's obvious. You're radiant. We get it. You have a infinite knowledge and power. But a part of you is worried, is insecure, is
Oh,
afraid that she
got it.
will not find a good and equal, valuable partner.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have a fear for that. Yes,
All
I
right.
do.
Okay, so
Because,
let's talk to her now and
all
let's
right.
speak to her. Let's help her overcome this difficulty, this
Okay.
challenge she faces of
Okay.
feeling unwanted, unloved, unattractive, and possibly lonely into the old
Okay.
age. So
Okay.
now comes the three questions. And I want to say, when you think those thoughts, when you do have thoughts, when they kind of pop up sometime, not all the time. I know you're a very cheerful person, but sometime late at night or in a moment of weakness, when they pop up on you, how does it make you feel when you believe those thoughts to be true?
Makes me feel lonely.
And how does that feel? How does it feel physically in your body? Is it
I
give
don't,
are you have energy or does it drain you of energy?
it just makes me feel a bit blue.
That's right, blue. And you're
Mm.
actually wearing a blue shirt today.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. All right. I had to, okay, let's not distract. So you're feeling blue, you're wearing the blue. Let's go into that blueness a bit. And understand that when you have those kind of thoughts, that's how you feel. You feel blue. You feel sad. It drains us of energy. It's like our energy just disappears. And you're like,
Yeah.
this is not me. I'm not usually like this, but now I feel lonely and blue. Even if it's for 5 minutes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
So there are
Yeah.
moments where you feel drained of energy.
Yeah, it could be when I'm going for a walk in nature and I see other couples, or I see, that's of late. It's only of late. Hasn't been for a while, but for some reason it's been activated.
It's triggered through viewing some couples, seeing someone embrace. You're like, where's my couple? Where's my man? Where's my partner? So now we're going to do the turnaround. Okay. We're going to say, is it true? Is it really true that you are unlovable, unattractive, that you will never, you're sure with 100% certainty that you will not attract a partner? Is it true? 100% true?
Not 100% true.
It's not true.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's
No,
not true.
it's not true.
It's not true that you are not attractive, that you have no chance of meeting the partner of your dreams, or one very compatible to you. It's not true. Now let me ask you something. Is it kind when you talk to yourself like that? Is it a kind thing to do, to sink into that loneliness, to pull yourself this energy?
Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to go into that loneliness and feel it, and go, well, got to do something about this.
So you use it as a catalyst to get you to do something.
Yes.
So, but is it a kind thing to think, I'm not so attractive, I'm not going to be able to attract someone of my value?
No, because you're judging yourself, you're criticizing yourself. So
that's right.
No.
Like imagine someone else came in the room and said, you're not attractive and you're never going to find someone who's compatible with you. How would you turn around to speak to that person?
I wouldn't react to them, because that's something that's going on. That's something that I can't control. That I can only control what I'm.
Thank you, but I'm not interested.
Talk to the hand, honey. I ain't interested.
I understand you're trying to say something, but I don't believe a word you're saying, and I don't want to hear. That's not a very nice thing to say, right?
Exactly. You're in a different timeline. You're not in my timeline.
Exactly. Here's the real Madalene coming out. And is it useful to you? Now, you said, well, maybe it might be useful because it gets me thinking about what I should do, maybe to go out more often, maybe to fix myself up, or go to some classes or groups. Like maybe it gets you into action mode, perhaps. What's the usefulness of it?
Definitely in action mode, for sure.
Like what kind of actions? What kind of actions?
In the way of, when my friend says, do you want to come out? And usually I'll say, no, I'm not. I go hermit. So lately, something has been triggering in me to go, you know what? It won't. Why not go out? Why not go have a few, go meet your friends and have a few drinks and just go enjoy yourself, rather than saying, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be tempted by this. I'm not going to do that. It's a case of living.
I see.
Living and connecting, and feeling a new space, rather than the space that I felt a long time ago, when I ended up doing all that and end up having a big consequence for myself and others.
Let's do something that I do sometime when I really want to help someone get unstuck. Let's flip it around. Let's try to say the statement, instead of men aren't interested in me lately, how about flipping it and saying, I'm not interested in men lately. I've been pushing them away. Does that work? I'm just trying it on.
Now that's a good call. That is superb, actually. Oh my gosh, that is goddess. Own it. Wow, I love that. I love that. Yes. that's probably the problem for me, because when you've come out of a marriage.
Say I, please. Say when I've come out of marriage.
Oh, when I came out of a marriage.
Yeah.
And it was okay, but there were certain things troubling, and it was narcissistic nature as well, in some way, some form. Well, it was actually. And then I needed to heal. So then I thought, that's it. I don't want anyone. I can do without this, this, and this. I can do without. And it felt good. And it felt good in that place. And it was really serving me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know something, and I've got to say this to you. When I visited Greece in Athens, Serenida, something sparked of that romance. Something sparked from the ancient, something just like sparked like a match, a flame.
Would you say it was reawakened in you, the erotic energy, the sensual energy, the romantic energy?
Romantic and sensual. Yes.
Romantic energy.
Yes, I've got to say, yeah, in every way. Because I lived on Malta and I didn't really, but when I went to there with Greece, something happened, a transition happened. There was something within that. And then, of course, I met you, Dr. Agio. And so, and you are the goddess of passion. You are.
The goddess of love, joy, and happiness.
That's passion, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
Passion for life. Passion for life.
Yeah.
Your passion was reignited.
Yes, that's it. And that was something that I suppressed, but I knew I had to suppress because I had to focus on other things. But then it's like the universe was saying, it's time for you to live now, Madalene. It's time for you to feel that passion. It's time
again.
Time
to feel that passion again, but on another level, perhaps. You can this time you can handle it. Maybe this time you can integrate spirituality and sensuality.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go back on your spiritual path.
No,
but you want to integrate some sensuality, some companionship. You don't have to be an ascetic. A hermit.
A hermit, yeah.
Ascetic in Greek is asketis. You don't have to be a hermit again.
Yeah.
You've done your cleansing time. And now as an evolved woman, you're open again as a visiting Greece, and the spirit was ignited in you.
Yeah, it was, because we were out there. I was out there enjoying myself with a whole new people, whole new characters, lovely people that were just really passionate about their lives and just really true, really truthful in who they were expressing. And that was it was a joy for me to hear this and to feel it and to be part of it.
How did you feel your body? Were you like?
I felt alive.
Alive again.
I felt alive
Less
again.
in your head and just incorporating the whole body, mind, spirit.
Yes.
Beam it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, even to go on a beach, to be in a bikini, that's something that I still have to go through, but I'm slowly working on that.
So we can see that your passion. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but then the sea decided to the sea decided to pull me in. Yeah, because I was saying to the sea, oh, I ain't got bikini, so I'm not going to go in. Okay, I'm not. Okay, the sea is not for me today. And because I was prancing around, having fun with Dr. Jacqueline. We were animating this.
You fell in the sea. You fell in.
Literally, I tripped and I thought I regained, but then no, I really fell. It was so funny. Make It Happen. That's it. Dr. Jacqueline, that song was Make It Happen by Mariah Carey. And we were just. So
you heard a song. Greece was making you already open and full of life. It rejuvenated you, and the sea pulled you in. And it's like you feel alive again. Feel just rejuvenated.
Yeah, that's exactly. And then, of course, meeting all of you, Deborah, yourself, everybody, and all the other people at the community center as well. It was so special. It was so special. And then seeing the guys, oh my gosh, Ooh, in
Greek
Greece,
guys,
the
Greek
Greek
guys,
guys.
yeah.
Ooh, some hotties there. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, ooh, cool my jets there. But my problem is, Dr. Agio, is that I like a man who takes care of himself, his body. He has to take, he has to be compassionate and kind, but he's got to be kind and compassionate to his body as well.
He's better to be physically fit, in
He's
other
got to
words.
be physically fit, and he's got to be, at least has a compassionate soul and has a drive and ambition for himself, but not competition, not trying to compete with me, because I'm not that's no. So for me, this is a whole new adventure in the way that you've
Well,
already
if you notice that your
awakened.
energy is very high in Greece, your frequency here,
Yes.
would it be impossible to spend some of your time here?
Oh, yes. I'm definitely going to be coming back to Athens, Greece, in every way, because I never got to see the beautiful temples and Poseidon's temple, never got to see all the beautiful parts of Greece, even the three islands as well. I
Some of the
felt
islands would be
I
nice.
felt I was coming home when I went to
I hear
Greece.
that from quite a few people, to be honest, that Greece feels
Yeah,
like home to them.
yeah,
The thing is, how can you connect with that feeling? In Greek, we would say enthusiasm. The Greek word enthusiasm means to be filled with positive spirits, to be
yes.
filled with positive gods. So, how could you rekindle that enthusiasm, that frequency, that sensual vibration? How could you do that in your everyday? And what kind of thoughts could you have that will generate it? Because our body is triggered through our thoughts. And when your thoughts are different, as you know, you create a whole different vibration, a whole different frequency. How could you rekindle that being in England?
I could look at the beautiful photos of Greece and of the islands and the magic of it. And I can listen to beautiful music, a certain frequency. Anything else, really?
That's a good way. That's a good way to
Yeah,
listen to
yeah,
music, to get new
yeah,
sensory inputs, to
yeah.
view the pictures, movies, as if you're there, not in the sense of I'm longing to be there, but
No,
I have this energy inside of me, and to reconnect with that. I used to live in Berlin, Madeleine, and it was
yeah,
often cold and rainy, and I had just been through a divorce, and I was financially very strapped. I was even co-living in a space with one guy who was an alcoholic, and at night he would knock on my door. I was like sharing a big flat with some others. One
yeah,
was an architect, a Greek architect. One was an alcoholic mathematician programmer. The other one was a Bulgarian piano player, like a concert pianist. And then there was me. We had like 4 rooms in a big apartment. We didn't really know each other. We were just kind of roommates.
yeah.
And I remember like every day I would meditate and go into being on the beach in Greece and just feeling that water cleanse over me. Imagine that I'm swimming, that the sun was hitting my face. I had a vision board. Nowadays, I would have a bigger screen, like they have these
Yeah.
big TV screens, these huge TV screens, where you can actually be like you're in Greece. You can visit Greece, be by the sea, get all that sun. And so all I'm saying is we have to find ways to trigger and reawaken that positive state. I believe I even had a trampoline. I got this little trampoline, and I used to listen to music and jump on it and feel that enthusiasm coming out, feel this energy, this spark. So every day I would do this. It's like pumping up, priming up my body, priming up my spirit, listening to these songs, Greek music, or just empowering songs. So you're just in a way, I feel challenged right now to create a protocol for yourself, a ritual for yourself, to put yourself in that empowered state a little more, because as you know from energy, your work with energy, you know that we attract similar frequencies, right? We attract what we are. So if you want to attract a joyful, passionate, good human being the way you are, maybe the answer is to put yourself in that state. How do you feel about that?
So visualize. Oh, so I visualize myself being in that state. Is that what you're
That you're
saying?
already there,
I'm already
that you're
there.
waking up, okay? That
Yeah.
you're waking up by the beach. You can have a sun
Oh,
lamp, get a sun lamp, one of those beautiful sun lamps that give you even color. You can
yeah.
feel that you're waking up in Greece.
Yeah.
And then you just magically you appear and you're in England and you go about your day, but you have your dose of Greece.
Oh, I like
Give
that.
yourself a
I love
dose.
that effect.
Just like it's like fantasizing. It's
Yes.
exactly like a sexual fantasy. It's exactly like a sexual fantasy. When you have a sexual fantasy, your bodily fluids actually are triggered, right? So, or if you think of a lemon, right, you start
Yeah.
salivating.
Yeah.
So the body can be triggered in the same way as a sexual fantasy. Create a fantasy, bring it to life through what you see, what you hear. It's the music you hear, the things that you're looking at, and you can put yourself in that magically empowered state.
So taste,
Okay.
smell, touch, feel, see.
Feel, maybe visit some
Yeah.
Greek restaurants too,
Yeah. Oh,
and just
wow.
get that Greek vibe
I listen to
and
George Michael.
listen to George Michael, listen to Greek bouzouki,
Yeah.
just get some sun on your face,
Yeah.
and just give yourself a little mini holiday. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
I love it.
and allow your body to enter that beautiful state where you feel sensuous, you feel like a goddess, you feel strong and attractive. And what happens is you're going to walk differently, you're going to talk differently, you're going to look differently. And I think you're going to get some of that mojo back, that attraction that you had.
It makes sense. Wow. I love the fact of going on a trampoline as well. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
jumping up and
Yeah.
down,
Jumping in the air.
or even on your bed. I don't know why people buy
Yeah.
trampolines. You can jump up and down on your bed. I don't, no bed is going to break these days. It doesn't. You don't even need the trampoline. But it's like, imagine you're at the beach and you're jumping up and down and you're playing ball or you're playing something, and you're
Yeah.
just in that beautiful holiday. I used to
Love
play that song "Holiday" by Madonna.
it. Oh, yeah.
Holiday, it
Oh,
will
yeah.
be so good holiday. And you
Woo!
get yourself in the holiday mood through music, through optics,
Love
through
it.
everything, all your body. I used to even go to a solarium sometime just to feel
Yeah.
that brown on me,
Yeah.
and little by
Oh,
little, I
wow.
did actually transform my life. I actually moved to Greece. I got to move to Greece.
Yeah.
And so that actually became a reality, living by the sea. But I understand that your business takes you to the West End and you have your theater productions, you have your business there, but you can get yourself in a beautiful, sensuous, sexy mode, confident mode. So you ward off all the negative narcissists. They won't even go near you because they're going to be like, she's just so powerful. I'm not going to go near her because
Next level. Next
next
level.
level, right?
Yeah.
So you'll only attract the very best energy. You'll be in that goddess mode where
Yeah.
you won't let anyone mess with you, and you'll be so empowered that you won't give off the needy vibes, because that's one
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that a lot of women do, especially after a certain age. I notice it's like they get a little needy,
Right.
and men will just take advantage of that.
Yeah, they do. They would. Yes. I mean, when I've been in relationships and I've been at that point where I was needy.
Right. And
And
you feel that you're clinging, and
yeah,
the
and
other person just takes advantage, or you're actually pushing them away,
yeah,
sometime like.
So for me, Dr. Agio, I don't want to be in that situation again where I was feeling needy. So I didn't want to be in a relationship in a way because I don't want to feel needy again. I don't want to be in that energy. So that kind of like scares me a bit. Oh, we are out of our time. Oh my goodness, we could go talking for
I think we've
ages.
gotten a few pointers today, all about checking our thoughts, making sure our thought is true, because Madalene had a breakthrough. She was saying, I'm not attractive to men. Then she realized, no, I don't want the men. I'm pushing them away. A part of me is pushing them away. So that was a huge breakthrough. You saw that, you witnessed it. So I want to invite you to my Thursday group coaching. It's a private group. You can find it on my website. And I want to remind you to subscribe and like this video, subscribe to this channel, USA Global TV and Radio, and Dr. Jacqueline Karbeck, our producer here, and a fabulous person who I met here in Greece. So please do subscribe to those channels. And I'll see you again next Monday at the same time. And go ahead, if you want me to answer your question here on this show, please fill out the form on the website, and we'll be talking just like I did with Madalene today. Thank you so much for watching. Which of these 5 statements sounds mostly like you? 1. I often wake up in the middle of the night worrying about my future. 2. I'm angry or resentful towards a specific person. 3. I have anxious, obsessive, compulsive thoughts throughout the day. 4. I have an addiction like smoking, drinking, shopping, sugar, or social media. And 5, I feel that I'm wasting away my life. Hello, I'm Dr. Alkistis Agio, and for over 25 years, I've been coaching and training people from all over the world to transform their fears, insecurities, anxiety, and anger into mental and emotional freedom. I'm confident that my simple 3-step method based on Greek philosophy can help you to transform into the joyful, confident, free human being that you deserve to be. I want to invite you to join my weekly online coaching group to finally get the results that you want. Look, you've tried it alone so far, and you've had some okay results. But let's face it, you're still feeling stuck right now, spinning your wheels. Einstein said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, unless you realize this as a fact, that you are a prisoner of your own mind, you can't move forward. I'm here to support you, as well as the whole community that we are co-creating. Stop feeling stuck. Stop feeling depressed. You don't have to do it alone, and alone isn't working anyway. Sign up today, and I'll meet you on the inside of our amazing weekly group call. I guarantee that you'll make progress from the very first session.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.